My name is Lazo, and I coordinate the Palouse Fresh Food Project that's based out of the Washington State University Center for Civic Engagement. Also a AmeriCorps Vista member, and for those of you who don't know, AmeriCorps Vista stands for Volunteers in Service to America, and they're celebrating their 50th year this year, which is exciting. And currently we have over 8,000 members excuse me, serving across the country in areas such as environmental restoration, education, and food security. And food security is my main focus. So my project came about in the Center for Civic Engagement with the most recent food data that came out of the USDA and food insecurity rates in Whitman County. So my project focuses mostly on Whitman County. So I apologize to the Lazo County folks in here, but I do reach over the border every now and then. So what is the WSU Center for Civic Engagement? The mission for the Center for Civic Engagement is to facilitate student and faculty engagement with communities, shared knowledge, research, and service to society. So in short, we facilitate service learning projects with all the students at WSU and also the global campus of WSU to get students involved in their local communities and engaged through service learning projects. So the Palouse Fresh Food Project, I'm excited. I just had a student out of our office. We have a great marketing team just design this logo for me. So it's the first time I've gotten to show this publicly, so I'm excited about that. The Palouse Fresh Food Project builds upon the CCE's foundation of service learning. Like I said, the idea came about when the food insecurity rates were released last year, 19% food insecurity in Whitman County. That sums up, that's about 9,000 people each day that don't know where their food's coming, their next meal is coming from in Whitman County. So it's a pretty big deal. That includes children and adults. We aim to get more fresh food to the folks who need it most in Whitman County. So I work to connect campus resources with local community resources that are helping fight food insecurity. Some of the organizations I work with, like I said, are the food pantries. A lot of folks don't know that we have 15 food pantries in Whitman County that are serving 22 different communities. A great example of some of the work that the CCE has done, we partnered with the Human Development 403 class last spring to get the Albion Food Pantry started last year. And this year we've got an intern that's starting there right now, just started this semester, helping them get their feet on the ground a little more. Funding for my project comes from Washington Campus Compact and the WSU Center for Civic Engagement. They share the cost of me being there. And then as far as individual projects within the program, I look for outside funding sources. So thankfully the co-op has partnered with me to get some funding to start some after-school gardening programming that piggybacks off of some after-school program we were already doing, working in conjunction with Backyard Harvest to get that stuff started. We're going to be doing some composting and gardening lessons out in Albion with after-school programming, helping to feed back to the Grow for the Greater Good garden they got there. So we're really excited about that. Also, I work with the WSU Organic Farm and the Community Action Center. They provide a lot of opportunities for students to get engaged through the food pantries and the various projects. And then also the Council on Aging and Human Services in Whitman County. They manage 13 of the 15 food pantries there. And worked with Dr. Raina Sage, who's in the audience today, to get an intern out at the Colfax Food Pantry, and they're going to be spending the spring researching rural food insecurity and the local food movement, so that's pretty exciting. Some short-term goals, immediate impacts I'd like to see through the Palouse Fresh Food Project. Like I said, the after-school programming we got going on. I really want to help build a sense of community around some of these community gardens where the food pantries are getting their food. So the food pantries have gardens that are growing specifically for them, but there's not much of a sense of community around those. So I really like to get people involved in those, starting with the children from the homes, and then hopefully they can bring the parents out and get people involved more. And then getting more input from the folks who are using the food pantries to grow what they want to have in the food pantries, so the stuff's moving off the shelf more. I'd also like to get more WSU students involved around the county. A lot of people who live in Pullman, students and just plain residents, forget that there's actually life outside of Pullman. Like I said, there's 15 food pantries around the county. And what do we need to make this happen? You got it by now. We need you guys, the community, to continue to support the WSU Center for Civic Engagement. Keep asking us for students to come out and volunteer your organizations. Always give us a call. We're more than happy to get students out to you guys, and we push for that as much as we can.